28 men stood on the ice and watched their ship get crushed to splinters, 1,000 miles from help. No radio, no rescue coming, and every single one came home. I'm going to tell you how they did it, brother. And the answer is not muscle or luck. It's one decision their captain made the day everything he built went under. His name was Ernest Shackleton, and in 1914 he sailed south for Antarctica with 27 men, aiming to be the first crew ever to cross that frozen continent. The ship was named Endurance, after his family motto, "By endurance we conquer." Hold on to that name, brother, because this story is about to test every letter of it. In January of 1915, the ice of the Weddell Sea closed around that ship like a fist and never let go. Frozen, solid, 1 day's sail from shore. For 10 long months, those men lived aboard a trapped ship, listening to the ice grind against the wooden hull every single night, waiting to learn if she would hold. She did not hold, brother. That October, the pressure snapped her beams like matchsticks, and Shackleton stood out on the ice, watching his dream die slowly over 25 days. Now here is where it gets real for men like us. Because the day his ship went down, Shackleton did not give a speech about hope. He gave them a job. He walked the ice, looked every man in the eye, and told them plainly they would be going home. Then he put them to work, saving food, tents, and 3 lifeboats. A new mission replaced the old one within the hour. Not crossing a continent anymore, just getting every single man home alive. And he never once wavered off that line. You know that feeling, don't you? The day your old life sank. The plan you had for yourself crushed flat in the ice, and everybody watching what you do next. Shackleton's answer was routine. Meals at the same hour, chores on a schedule, songs at night, strict order on the outside to hold back the chaos on the inside. They camped on a drifting slab of frozen sea for 5 more months, floating wherever the current decided, while that man kept 27 souls sane with structure and steady humor. And he watched for the quiet ones, brother, the doubters, the strugglers. He moved those men into his own tent and kept them close, because despair spreads faster than frostbite. Now here is a detail that will stick with you. When the ice finally cracked beneath their camp one night, it split directly under one man's tent while he slept. Shackleton hauled him out of that black water, still in his sleeping bag, 1 second before the ice slammed shut again. 1 second, brother. That is how thin the margin was. In April, they took to 3 open lifeboats in the worst seas on this planet. 7 days without sleep, salt-cracked lips, hands frozen to the oars, grown men breaking down. They hit Elephant Island, first ground in 497 days. But here is the part nobody tells you. Brother, land was not rescue because no one knew where they were. That island was a frozen rock, no shipping lane ever touched. So Shackleton made the hardest call of his life. Take 5 men and 1 boat and go find help himself. The boat was the James Caird, 22 feet of battered wood, and the target was South Georgia Island, 800 miles of the roughest open ocean on Earth. Onyx Sivers realized, miss that island by half a degree and they would blow past it into 3,000 miles of empty ocean, and both crews would die without ever knowing why. 16 days in hurricane seas, waves 50 feet tall, in a rowboat with a canvas lid. And the navigator got 4 clean sights of the sun, the entire way across. 4 sightings, brother. And that man still hit the island dead on. Sailors call it the greatest small boat voyage ever made, and I am not going to argue with them. But the whaling station, the people, the hot food, the rescue ship, sat on the far side of South Georgia, behind mountains that no human being had ever crossed. Shackleton and 2 others crossed those unmapped peaks in 36 hours straight. No tent, no map, 50 feet of rope, and screws from the boat pushed through their boot soles. They staggered into Stromness whaling station looking like ghosts, wild beards, rags, faces black with blubber smoke, and the station manager took one look at those men and wept. Shackleton later wrote that out on that march, it often seemed to him they were 4 men, not 3, like something greater walked beside them across those frozen mountains. But he was not finished, because 22 of his men were still stranded on Elephant Island, eating seal blubber beneath 2 overturned lifeboats, holding on to nothing but his promise. The pack ice threw his rescue ship back once, twice, 3 separate times. 4 months of failed attempts, and the man refused to rest or hand that job to anybody else. On August 30th, 1916, the 4th attempt finally broke through, and Shackleton stood at the rail counting heads on that gray beach. 22 men, every one of them alive. All 28 came home, brother. 2 years trapped in the worst place on this earth. Ship gone, plan gone, glory gone. And the count still came back perfect. And here is what that story is really about. Years earlier, Shackleton turned around just 97 miles from the South Pole. He walked away from glory to keep his men alive. He told his wife afterward, "Better a LYV donkey than a dead lion." Write that down, brother, because quitting the thing that kills you is not weakness. It is the win. Maybe your ship is gone, the job, the marriage, the years. His was too, brother. And all that changed was the mission. Get every man home alive, starting with you. So how did 28 men walk out of that ice alive? One decision, kept daily. We are going home. And one man in their corner who never stopped saying it. New story every Monday morning for Men in the Fight. Subscribe so you never miss one. And if today feels heavy, take the next right step. I'll see you out there.